Hey Maker. In this video, I'm going to walk you through how I edit this product photo inside of Photoshop. If this is your first time joining me, hey, I'm Christina Nicole, product photography coach for makers. This video is part of a 5-video series from start to finish. So if you have any interest in watching my entire process for shooting this skincare shelfie, make sure you grab the link in the description below for the full playlist. The first step we're going to take is to actually crop this image. We're not going to do much cropping here. I framed the image properly. So let's go over here to the left side. We're going to grab the crop tool. We're going to choose a 4:3 aspect ratio, which is not in the presets. So we're just going to go ahead and type that in here and hit enter. And as I mentioned, really it honestly doesn't need a lot of cropping. Biggest thing is I just want to make sure that the product is going to be nice and centered here. So we're going to go ahead and do that there and select done. And then we're going to use the straighten tool. So what I'm going to do is come in here. And essentially I'm going to use the line that I want to be straight. So I'm going to kind of drag this on the bottle cap. I want to straighten out the bottle just a little bit. That was too much. Let's do this top one. Sometimes you got to play with this. But all you're going to do is select that and then you're going to drag. That's better. Drag across there to get it as straight as you want it to. And then you're going to select done. The next step I'm going to take is to actually adjust the exposure. Exposure is pretty good. We're going to have to be mindful. I did want this image to have kind of a natural light look. So a higher presence of light, some shadowing. So we've got a higher presence of light hitting here. We were able to keep the detail on the towel, so we want to make sure that stays. But this line on this side, because the light's coming in this direction, is going to be a little heavier. So we're going to have to really watch this point and just make sure it doesn't blow out too much. We're going to go here to the right, and we're going to select adjustments, and we're going to select the curves tool. And what I'm going to do is create a little dot here and just increase that exposure a little bit. Anytime you increase the highlights, it's going to increase. You'll see this line kind of curved up. It's increasing all of the tones. So we've got our dark tones here to the left, our light tones here to the right. You'll notice we have a lot more light tones in the image. So I'm going to create another little dot over here, and I'm actually going to bring the darks down a little bit. And then in the center, that's going to be our midtones. And I really want to create kind of this light, bright, and airy look. So when you're going for that overall aesthetic, you want to increase those midtones and bring them up. So there's not a high contrast between your lights and darks. And I'm actually going to move those darks up a little bit. I don't like how dark they were. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with the overall exposure. Okay, the next step we're going to take is I want to adjust the color temperature a little bit. So I'm going to go in here and play with this. We're going to go to color balance. We can start with the midtones. This way we're going to go a little kind of more blue, a little red. This is going to be pink, green. And then we're going to be kind of warmer here and then more blue. So I'm going to focus a little bit mainly kind of on the yellow. I just want to warm it up a little bit. And then I'm going to kind of go probably about 2 there. And if I go down here and turn that off, turn that on, you can see the difference. So it just kind of warmed it up a little bit. We may be able to take it just a little bit more. Okay, make it look a little more like natural sunlight. Let's see here. The same with our shadows, and then our highlights. I'm going to do a little bit less with our highlights. The same there, before, after. So just a little bit warmer, okay? Next, what we're going to do is we're going to clean up some of the areas that I don't like. So I would like to kind of extend the shelf and see what that's going to look like. So we're going to go over here to the lasso tool and make sure we have background selected. Lasso tool, I'm going to click and hold here. And I'm just going to do this corner and then use generative fill and generate and see what it does for us. Just extending that shelf component a little bit. It's just a little peak, so I'm not sure I'm going to like it or not. Actually kind of don't mind that it's there. I just want to see what this looks like. Okay. So I actually don't like that. I like that there's a little peak of the underside. So we're going to remove that. But I do want to either soften this reflection or alter a little bit because I didn't want to flag that reflection. This is pretty much my entire window because then I would have blocked the light. I wouldn't have had enough light streaming in to get the desired look I want. So I figured I'd just fix that in editing. So there's two options here. You can go here and you can use a brush and just kind of tap where you want to fix and hit generative fill and generate. What this does is AI is going to choose the best option. And it's actually pretty good, accurate. It provides you with a couple different variations that you can pick from. And if you don't like it, you can try again. This one's nice. That one gives us a little bit more. This one definitely looks more natural. And that's just less of a shadow. This one's not bad, but honestly, if the light's coming in from that side, we're going to have a little bit of reflection anyways. So I'm going to go back and show you how you can do it with just the lasso tool. You're going to kind of go around the spot you want to fix. And you'll see the little walking ants. Definitely don't like that one. Nope. Okay, didn't like any of those. So I'm going to go back and make my selection a little smaller here. And if you don't like what you see, just play with it and try again. Okay, not liking these ones, so I'm going to go back and we're going to do the selection brush because I think that did a lot better. So sometimes it just takes a little bit of playing. We got that one. We have this option and this option. Kind of like this one because it's naturally flowing with like the bottle, and that's going to be very accurate in regards to the reflection hitting. So basically what this is doing is just eliminating that hot spot and giving us an opportunity to create something that's a little bit more realistic. Okay, and I'm going to come in here and just move around, inspect the image a little bit, make sure we don't have anything else that needs our attention. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna make the brush a lot smaller and just kind of brush over that hot spot. It's a little bit like bam in your face. Okay, it's a little more natural looking. We're good at the bottom. I had used putty under here, so I was making sure that we couldn't see the putty because I wanted to get the bottle a little more straight in the photo. Okay, and here is our final image. See you next time.